Hello, blessed souls, and welcome to this reading. I am the magical medium, and today we are working with the Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle deck. This card in particular is called Ritual, and Spirit wanted me to do a special reading just around this card. When I pulled the card, it was actually in reverse, so I'm going to kind of move around a little bit the way Spirit would like me to, okay? First off, the key words for this card are dedication and harnessing. It's number 33. And as you can see, there are some words there on the card. I'm going to read them to you from the book, and then Spirit would like me to embellish a little bit on what it says on the card. Can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by the very blood you will spill into your craft. A ritual of dedication to self and those whose gazes hold fire, but whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. And Spirit wanted me to remind you that any type of magic that asks you to spill blood of a living creature of any kind is not of light. It is of dark magic. We need dark and light to balance everything. But dark magic is something we don't want to fuck with. If you are someone who is a purveyor of dark magic, I know some people that is their sweet spot. They are the custodian of dark magic. Then thank you for holding space for all of us. But even you know that there are certain magics that we have to be all magic we have to be mindful of. But with the dark magic and any type of sacrificial, magic, we have to be very mindful of. So, though I love this little poem at the beginning, and that's on the card, I respect and honor all witches and all light workers of all crafts. It's individual, but at the same time, I do not promote the killing. My throat chakra speaks true, and I don't promote the killing of anything or to spill blood. But that is just me. I only speak of myself. So when this is in reverse, it says, when ritual comes to you in reverse, it is because too much of any good thing can be a bad thing. This is especially true if you are performing rituals on autopilot or for the sake of saying you did it. There's a difference in your magic when you do a ritual because you believe in it rather than doing it out of obligation. If you are not fully invested in your magic, it won't be as powerful or effective. For instance, if you are someone that has an altar and every morning you get up and you light a candle on your altar and you have like a ritual that you do, but you're not actually, like, when you're lighting the candle, saying anything or speaking to Spirit or asking, or giving gratitude, or you know what I mean, if there's not an exchange of energy there and you're just lighting it to light it and you're just like, hey, thanks for looking out for me, but you're not giving them, like offerings and things like that, it's a big deal. If you're calling on the ancestors and you're always like, gimme, 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 I want, but you're not giving anything back, that's a very needy baby, greedy baby mentality. And what you put out into the universe, you're going to get back. So, the more we give, the more we receive. That's literally like pure energy exchange. So remember that, investing, I just had this gentle reminder from another, one of our light workers in our family here, in our soul family, that they reminded themselves that their money and their time is worth investing in themselves, that's part of their ritual. And I've said this before, when I work with people, it's still like I always send something out that will like kind of say like, hey, make sure this, make sure that, because not everybody's had a reading or a reading at home. And so I send like what I call my reading guidelines. And sometimes people will say, well, what if I can't get a sitter, or what if I, this is, I'll just using this example. And I always say, but you have to look at it like it's therapy. You wouldn't bring your kids to therapy. It's the same, like you wouldn't be on the phone with someone else while we're in session, because you wouldn't do that to your therapist. It'd be disrespectful. That's all I'm doing. I'm just a spiritual therapist. I'm a medium. I'm a go-between you and your higher self and your spirit guides, etc. We're all the same. We're all one. We're just like, metapixeled into these, like, into this multiverse of energy and entities. And we've become our own entities with our own names and our own feelings and experiences. But we are really just one. So you have to remember that when you're connecting with spirit and you're in ritual, let's go in closer, like look at their face. Do you see that? Their eyes are closed. They're connecting with spirit. Let's see if I go down, if it'll look nicer. Maybe not. I don't think it'll let me do it. But their hands are open. They're in prayer. They have their candles lit and they're connecting. Also look up the number 33. So I'm going to read the upright so that you can understand a little more deeply what spirit is saying. Ritual is the very foundation of a witch's practice. It is the doorway to worlds unseen and a rite of passage. It is the deliberate honoring of the wise ones who've walked before us, the spiritual ones who watch over us. It is also a dedication to self, a place where you can find yourself in your practice and harness the power within. Ritual is a dedication to your craft and is about you showing up for things that are essential to you, be it going to work, organizing your kids, or going to the gym. Spiritual rituals are no different. If anything, they are even more critical than the day-to-day stuff of life. It is important to take time to honor your magic and the magic of those you call upon. By doing so, you are making a choice. If you have pulled ritual, it is because you are being drawn to honor your magic in a more profound way. You are being asked to explore your power as a witch truly, and to find the proper time and energy to develop your craft. Making time to honor each step of ritual magic through intention is like sending out a beacon saying, I'm here, I'm ready to own my power as a witch. The powers that be will notice your efforts and begin to give you more power as a reward. Exactly, right? We don't just, it's like anything else, you have to earn it. You don't just, I spoke about this before, my yoga pant. Yeah, and speaking your truth and living your truth and not hiding who you are at home, at work, everywhere you go. But no, seriously, I call it the yoga pant. It's like the people that run around in yoga pants all day. And they're like, I'm going to yoga. I'm going to yoga. I'm like, well, if you're running around, you are, right? Like you're getting exercise, but it's like, but you can't sit in yoga pants, quote unquote. We'll use yoga pants as an example. You can wear whatever the fuck you want. I'm just saying, but you can't sit around in workout clothes, or you wouldn't like just sit around your house in rollerblades, right? You would actually go and rollerblade outside or rollerblade somewhere, It's the same thing. You can wear workout clothes, sure, and not do anything at all. Who cares? That's your prerogative. But they're just saying, but don't expect anything to happen. You have to actually put in the effort. You have to do the work. It's the same with your magic. If you keep getting the same shit and the same stuff, I mean, you guys, those of you who've been walking with me for a long time, I'm like, you've watched me. Even now with the house, I'm frustrated. I have days where I'm frustrated. I have days that I'm like, am I making the wrong choice? I'm human here still. I have moments where I'm like, why am I doing this? What is it? Is this going to be worth the pain and suffering, the ritual? Is it going to be worth it? And I know it will be. But I have to keep working hard for this because it's a big deal. Especially the place where I'm living, that you should see people's mouths go agape when I tell them where we're living and like our situation. They're like, that's unheard of around here. I'm like, I know, because this is a very, very rich area and the property value is extremely expensive. So we are blessed to be where we are, to have this gift right now, to be here at this time, at this place, at this price. It was a gift. But it's because I kept at it every day. Even when I only had so many subscribers and I was like, is this worth it? Should I keep going, spirit? What am I doing? Like, am I just spinning my wheels? Is this, you know what I mean? And I started to understand what was really happening, that the magic lies within us and we decide. And if it doesn't show up, then it's not meant for us. But the ritual, it has to be real. It cannot be fake. You can't fake anything with spirit. There's nothing that they don't know or see. Even if they're not interceding or whatever, it doesn't mean they don't see it. You know what I mean? They see the whole picture, right? Because when you pull it out, it's like, look at this is the whole picture. They see the whole picture. I just did another reading for this about perspective. And if Spirit calls me to it, I'll put it below, because I don't know which one will be put out first. Because sometimes, like today, they have me do a few different readings in one day. So, you know, you have to live it. You have to walk the walk. You can't just talk about it. And if you're doing it in secret, you know, if you're hiding who you are, that's not ritual either, because Spirit sees that you're hiding who you are. And why are you still staying in these situations or with these people or in these, whatever it is, put in your own story, insert your own story here. But whatever it is that's holding you back from your true glory and your true purpose is you hiding your ritual, because it's part of you. And Spirit's not ashamed of you, right? So don't be ashamed of yourself or your connection with Spirit or your gifts. You're beautiful just the way you are. We all have our own individuality. We all have something to give and something to bring. Angel number 1138. Always check out the description box below. All right, you guys, until next time, take really good care of yourselves and each other. We love you so much. Blessed be.